Hey, welcome back. This PlayStation 4 build, Dresdale. It's good to have you back. I hope you had a nice day or evening or wherever you're doing. So today, I think we're going to expand the city. We have, I think, 3 tiles that we're sitting on. Let's see. 3 tiles available. I think I'm going to buy these 2. Maybe buy this one or this one. Maybe this one. And then this one. That's the 4th one. So I'm a little conflicted in which order I should purchase these. So I think I want to do my industrial area up here. So we have all 4 resources up here, as well as some decent land. Oh, that's my university. Oh, thank you very much. I don't know what took me out of that. So, like I said, we got our 4 resources up here. So I think we're going to do like an industrial complex for both the generic and the industries DLC up in these 2 tiles here. And maybe we'll actually put our unique factories up there. Maybe we'll end up purchasing this tile and putting our unique factories here. And storage units. So that way we can just go ahead and crank them out and send it to the factories, and they can go ahead and either get on the highway or put train in here, and then they can export or bring it into our cities. But the problem is I only have 3 out of 4 tiles I want to purchase. And maybe we'll purchase this. Maybe that's gonna. I think that was originally what it was going to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe this one. We can do the airport, and maybe we'll do the airport and international airport, or maybe I think it's called the metro airport, the helicopters. I don't know. I don't really use that helicopters too much. Down in that bottom left corner. And we can always purchase a tile out here and just move the land. So I don't know. I'm not sure about that last tile. So maybe we'll do that. But yeah, so I'm not sure if I should purchase these 2 and build because what I want to do here is some heavy or high density residential and commercial. I probably think I want to put the commercial up here because that's where our highway is. I figure we'll do like a trumpet interchange, come down. We'll probably build the super roundabout. Like I think in one of my earlier videos I called it like the level 4, stage 4 roundabout. Have it come down and then have like the residential folks down here. Maybe like in the center of both those tiles, you know, kind of the center of that land. So like the bottom of this tile, top of this tile will have kind of like almost like a center city kind of thing. And then I think we'll have, let's go ahead and click here first. We'll have access to the water. So we can build like our harbor and our cargo harbor. The metro, I mean the hub, we'll use the hub. The cargo harbor hub. Try to say that 3 times fast. So we'll use that in our other industries here, and then our industry will be here. So it's kind of like easy to get to here with rail and through the highway, as opposed to building it down here. You know, there's no like real. I mean, the highway's down here, so you have to. So I want to keep it close-ish. Like I would rather have like trucks and train come here and stop here and then come back. As far as moving freight, then have to go through a residential area to get to here, or come like through here. So I'm thinking this is a good move here. And like I said, probably one of the other videos, you know, the prime directive is to build cool stuff on all sides of the road. So we'll probably run like 2 main, at least 1 6-lane road down the center of this, and maybe 2 4-lane roads down the center. We'll see once we kind of open it up, see the land and terrain, we'll kind of see how our main road work's going to be. And then here we'll, like I said, there's in our current tile here, we do have a ability to do a bridge. We can just maybe change the angle of that. I don't know. Maybe we'll keep it that angle. We'll just bring it into the middle. That way the folks over here can. Oh, let's fill the cemetery. I wasn't emptying it. This one's probably empty. I was emptying them. He's empty. He's empty. So he was next on the list anyway. So that's good. All right. So let's go back to that. So I want to do like mostly heavy, high density commercial here. Maybe some IT cluster in the middle. And I want to do maybe the amusement park kind of in the middle of the island, separating our residents from the commercial. Make some money that way, and also create a nice green space, nice entertainment space. And then we'll do our campus down in our residential area as well. We'll build another campus area, and we'll also complete our first campus, get that to level 5 prestigious. And then what else? So I know we're going to do that campus here. We're going to finish the campus. We might even be able to start a second campus. And we'll do a park here in between. And maybe we'll move some land and make it a little bit bigger. Because we got, I have unlimited soil, so I can just move to Earth. And we have 28 million, and we're making 40s to 50,000, I guess, the plus whatever that number is. So we're doing pretty good. The reason why I kind of question the move here is I'm concerned that if I open these 2 tiles first, because like I can't really build the industry until I open. I want to open up both tiles before I build the industrial complex. I think our current area has enough to maybe supply some of the commercial. We might end up just having to import. Well, I mean, which we can do. We can run lines. I don't know if the rail's here. The rail's up here, not here. Is it here? So the only rail is here. So I think if we buy here, we have rail. So maybe we can bring. So we can probably bring rail across the water into our cross tier. Yeah, we could. I think we can do it. We can bring it right up the top of those tiles, and then follow the highway here and bring it right down. So we could bring and then also we have the harbor, so we can use the harbor or the outside rail to kind of provide goods to our I can't talk today. Provide goods to our high density commercial area. Because like I said, I'm just worried about opening these 2 tiles and then developing these 2 tiles and not have enough people. But we're gonna do high density residential, so that should be nice. So I'm worried we're not gonna get enough people in there to open and build these 2 tiles before our commercial gets big enough where we can't supply our own commercial through our industry that we have here. Does that make sense? Because we need to unlock the 4th tile. So we have 3 tiles, we need to unlock the 4th, and then we can build a huge industrial complex. We can probably just get rid of that one or transfer it over here. And then we'll be able to meet all the needs of the city internally, for the most part, without having to rely heavily on outside connections. But if we build these 2 first, and I build a lot of high density here, that's going to change, right? And then, but we're going to do high density residential, so we might hit. I think let's look at the milestones real quick. So I think we'll hit, because it's not this milestone. Oh, so we're almost at the next milestone. Oh, we get solar, so we'll replace all our energy with solar. If that's the cheapest form of electricity, and we have no weather on. And I also want to build the inner city bus station in our current part of our city. So we'll do that, unlock some tiles, take a look, and kind of strategize and think how we're gonna lay the roads out. And or maybe we'll just build the interchange up the highway, because that won't take too long, but it might take like 20 minutes, and I've been talking probably for 10, and I'm making like 45 minutes to an hour, so you can see how the time's gonna go. We can do ferry. We have water. Do we want to do anything with canals and stuff? I don't know if I want to do anything with that. Let's see. So we gotta get to 28,000. So another 10,000-ish people. I think we can definitely do it there. I mean, we did 15 here. I mean, this isn't high density, so we haven't even filled in any of this rest of the tile. So we did it on probably, we'll say, 3/4 of a tile, and mostly light density. So if that's all high density, we'll definitely get that. And then we have, like I said, we could, you know, push this development over. We could do other stuff. You know, if we end up not making this commercial, we can bring this, you know, put like a development in here and have it connect to here. I just want to leave it open because, you know, we got the rail here. We'll probably, I don't know if we'll keep this building and keep this rail. I mean, it's a nice little feature, but I mean, it doesn't do much for us. And, you know, like I said, keep this open just in case. And sorry, that's the symbol distracted me. Keep it open just in case we want to expand or put any kind of transit, major transit, and kind of reorg our city over here. But first, oh, so I did get some time today to kind of play, and I did some, I don't know, sorry, I can't always spin the camera around. This habit. So I did, why are we flooded, man? Why are we flooded? What are you doing? It brings me over to here. So I did have some time to detail and stuff, so I want to kind of go over that so you can see it. I guess we can turn this off. So I finished the park here. You know, added some features, added some rocks, some more trees and stuff here. Kind of filled this all out. Kind of beefed up this rock feature here that was already there. We did some detailing in the campus area. Put some more rocks along the side. Widen it right here. Put some rocks down there to kind of give us a little bit of a waterfall. What else? Put some fencing in just to kind of frame things out a little bit. I said put some more rock, some trees in. Same thing here. We added some, you know, put a little pop in here with some of these colorful bushes, type trees, some fencing, just to, like I said, frame things out a little bit. So I mean, it looks pretty good. I mean, I don't want to say it's 100%, but it's pretty good. Put a couple more stones out here, just, you know, because I kind of created this big old thing on a whim, so to speak. Then I created this thing, so I was like, well, might as well make it all along the river. Why not? Put rocks everywhere. So we did, and that's what we got. You know, we went ahead and just shaped this out a little bit better, increased our water flow a little bit more by sticking it out into the waterway a little bit, and kind of put them rocks. The rocks have to hold the land there, so we needed the rocks. And we did some trees, just kind of filled in some of the trees back here a little bit. Alright, what else did I do while you guys were gone? I put in the fish market, fenced it in, and put some trees and stuff around it, kind of give it its own little access road, a little path. And people were going here all the time. Maybe we'll see some people go there after the tram comes through. Let's see if anyone walks across to go to the fish market. Oh, that guy gets ran over by the freaking garbage truck. Do you see that? There you go. That works. And this is a one-way road with trees, and this is a two-way road with trees. That's how you get the crosswalk. Is this like, if you have like a a one-way road, but you know, because you want to kind of control how traffic's going to flow. I think I did that right. Yeah, I did. There goes the cops. Cops are after somebody. But then you want to have, oh man, he's arresting somebody in the fish market. Oh, what's going on over here? Or does he have to go to the bathroom really bad? I think he had to go to the bathroom really bad. He's like walking like a crazy man. But yeah, so, you know, but you want to generate like a crosswalk, but you also want to keep like the same pattern, you know, the same type of road, because you can't put in a two lane one-way road with grass, which would look good, and also get the crosswalk, because that kind of has like the same, I don't know how to say it, but like it takes away the parking spots. It's kind of like the same road, but just like no trees versus trees. So it doesn't put the crosswalk in. So then what you can do is just put like the same road, or we could have done the grass one, and then just make it the two-lane road, you know, with two directions, and then that like generates the crosswalk. Just in case you didn't know, that's a little trick. I went ahead and detailed some of the tram line here. I just wanted to kind of show you the difference. So I left some undone. You know, we put a little something in here, and a turnaround, a couple rocks, a little fence, some trees, some color, and fenced in our area. I think I used I think it's the ore fence. or I'm not sure what fence that is anymore. Anyway, one of the fences I kind of like is like a wood stock fence. That's pretty nice. And over here I just put in like a little gazebo, kind of like a little seating area. You know, you're waiting for the tram. Maybe you got like a little information booth or something like that. And so I put that in there just to kind of spice up that stop a little bit. And then you kind of decorate it along here. More fencing. And then you couldn't fit too many trees in here because even though there's like that big gap there, I wish I could put some stuff in there, but that building actually goes all the way out to like there. So unfortunately, it's a little missed opportunity. I can D-zone those squares, but and maybe I will. I just really didn't do it. And then in this side, I just did a little something similar like the last stop. I put a little like stand there, a couple of restrooms from the the natural reserve park, and I think that little stand over there is from the city park, and the grill, just to make it look like you can kind of sit down, maybe get a little sandwich while you wait for the tram, something like that. And then this one I didn't make any room, so I just put the fence in. And then this is kind of like what it would look like to spare. So that's kind of like the difference. This is the tram line with like nothing detailed. This is plain Jane tram line, and then you kind of come here and you can see the difference of what detailing can do to your city and how it can make it look look a little better. So I hope maybe that inspires you to do something on your come be creative and try something on your own, or you go, man. And that probably took, I don't know, maybe a half hour, 40 minutes. I put all the fencing in. I de-zoned some of the stuff so I had to come back. Maybe like 5 or 10 minutes. Like this, it didn't take that long. It's just running the fence. But like here, it took, putting the gazebos and stuff in, maybe took like, this block might have took like 10 minutes to do. So you figure there's 3 of them, so maybe 30 minutes. What else? I think that's it. That's all I kind of did off camera. Oh, we have our favorite people are doing what we love them to do. Let's just try and get into the last lane. So what we'll do is a slip lane or something to help them out. I don't know why they're not going in this left lane. Like they're going into. You guys they're using it. Yeah, it's going fine. The traffic's chunky. It's not like continuously evenly spaced. So you might have like something like that, and then it goes away. It's fine. Especially when we get cargo trains, it's going to be very clustery because the cargo train's going to unload, and all these trucks and little minivans are going to come out to do delivery. So it's going to make your traffic really terrible. Well, I mean, not terrible, but because they're going to clog up your roads a little bit, and then they're going to make the deliveries and go back and get eaten up by the cargo station. Then you'll be fine for a little while, and kind of just like cycles through. And what are we doing here? Everyone's trying to go what, left, right? Yeah, see, once again, it's probably the same people that were all chunked up here, and now down here. You guys need to spread out. Come on. I mean, things are moving. What's our traffic? It's 93%. That's fine. And we got a couple hot spots, but like I said, they cleared themselves out after a little bit, after those bursts of cars kind of go through. Things seem to be kind of moving okay. And the only transit we have is the tram here. I think I checked the trans lines. They're doing their job. They're doing well. They're moving a good amount of people. These buses here, I'm surprised, are moving actually a decent amount of people. They might be short-circuiting our tram a little bit here, but whatever. Okay, so let's go build an interchange. Or maybe even rearrange that highway. Because I don't know how the interchange. Well, let's buy that tile and then see what happens. And then this guy, he's making too much stuff. We're too efficient here. What happened? We're not exporting anymore, are we? At least. Okay, so I had this guy here, and he's not. I I guess that I made these lines too efficient. We could probably make them less efficient to help them catch up. And maybe it'll work its way out over time. So he couldn't process enough fish. So then this guy is sent out all 18 trucks, who knows God of the where, probably out to freaking the other side of the planet, because that's what they do. But now I think some of them trucks have come back and now they're delivering to him. So I put a second guy down. So he's processing food and he's processing fish too. So this might work its way out, because now he's in here so he can absorb some of this. So as these trucks come back and maybe not drive like, but this, now these trucks hopefully, instead of driving like off the map and taking 20 years to get back, that's why all of them are out, they'll just come up here and drop off and then come back, and they'll come back. And as the ones that did go to Timbuktu to deliver fish, well, maybe now, here's one here. Where's he gonna go? He's exporting fish. See, we don't like that. I could tell him to stop exporting. That'd be great. So he's 3 of 10, so he's okay. He's got 18? I didn't realize that. Okay. Well, I learned something. Like I said, I've only used this once, so I'm learning this myself. So you're learning it with me if you haven't used it either. But it works probably very similar to the Industries DLC, which is what I've used a lot. So you can get stuck when it gets like this, and you have to blow it up and start over. It's just easier to do it that way. Like if you get like a storage unit, it's like full, and then you put down more crops. Like say you're we can just talk about this, and then I'll bring it up again when it's time to actually do Industries DLC, because like we're in this kind of situation now, so it's not a bad segue into it. So he's coming back. Okay, so maybe we'll get like 3 or 4 trucks, and then that'll be enough to help him out, and then that'll be fine. You see how he's at 1280 to 1440. He shouldn't be that high. He should be like that, 53. He should be at like 80. So he's kind of stuck. I can probably turn him off. No, that wouldn't help. Oh, that deletes the fishing route. Okay, well, I learned that too. All right, so what can happen with like your Industries DLC, which is happening here, and it's probably, I don't know how bad, I don't know if it's gonna fix itself, is say you build a farm and you put down like, I don't know, 3 farm fields, small farms, and 1 silo and like 2 animal pastures, you know, your first start. And what happens sometimes is you get a little overzealous with your putting down your farms fields, and you fill up your silo, and then it gets to like 100% or something. You have it on balance, it's supposed to empty out because you don't maybe have you haven't quite balanced out like the number of extractors versus the number of processors. So maybe you have too many processor or extractors, and what happens is you fill up your storage, and then your storage is trying, once it gets to past, like I think balance is 40 to 60 if I'm not correct, if I'm correct. So the way balance works, at 40% it will, I think, import. It tries to maintain the level between 40 and 60. If it's between 40 and 60, it'll just kind of hang out, and then if there's orders, it'll dispatch trucks to fill the orders. You know, and of course orders come from your factories and your processors. And then if it gets above 60, it'll start exporting, a few trucks. And then once it, of course, if you can't export enough, it'll just send out more and more trucks. And then what ends up happening is, say it has 10 trucks or 15 trucks or 12, well, I forget the number. We can look it up, but we'll just say 10 trucks. So it'll send all 10 trucks out to export, like this thing is doing right now. All 18 trucks are out. Okay. And he's got to stop exporting fish. So this is kind of screwing us up. That's what, and he's doing it too. So we need, maybe if we just blew up the road, they would just stop going that way, and they would just go here. Or maybe we have, does it really produce that much? I don't know. I said maybe we need to make the line less efficient, so that way they don't make as much. But we'll see. Is the number going down? No, it's 1280, so we're probably gonna have to do something. So what happens is all the trucks go out to export, and they're driving like way over the other side of the mountain. So they're going for a while. All of them, right? Because they can't make deliveries. So then what happens at that point? And then your crops are still producing crops, so they're still like delivering trucks to the storage silo. So they're still filling it up. And of course the trucks are driving all over the place, the silo trucks. So they're not like quick enough to like empty it out. So that just is going to stay. It's going to go between like 99 and 100. You'll see the one truck come back, and then it'll just do like what's this doing, come right back out to export. And you're like, what do I do? What do I do? I don't know what to do. I'm like, I don't know either. And then you get this symbol here. Not enough buyers because it's, well, you'll get, I forget the other symbol you'll get, but you'll get some symbols. And like I said, the crops might send directly to, so you'll have some animal pastures to make, your animal products or whatever, your flour mill, whatever you have. And then the crops might go directly there. They might still go to the silo. And what will happen so they might go to the silo. If they don't, then your animal and your flour will start importing. They'll send a request to the other town and say, hey, my farm fields aren't giving me crops, so you send me some crops. So then like you get trucks coming from other cities, and you're importing crops for your animal pasture, while your silo is exporting crops to empty the silo, because all those trucks are out and about and they can't come back and make it to the animal pasture, because that one already called the truck on the other side of town, on the other city to come. You know what I'm saying? Because it sends orders, and the game like fills the orders and sends the orders and fills the orders. So if the trucks in the silo are all exporting, they're doing that. So then it just says, okay, the animal pasture has sent an order for crops. To fill that, we'll import it. So that's how you get trucks like going back and forth, right? So then from the next town over, that truck comes and delivers to your animal pasture. Your silo truck comes back to your silo, and then they pass and wave, say hello, and then they go back their way, and then that one truck goes to the silo, picks up some more crops, and goes back to exporting, like they're doing here. And it'll just go like that forever, I think, or for quite a long time. And it's hard to fix. Well, it's not hard to fix. You gotta destroy your silo and start from scratch and turn off some of your farms. So that's basically the way. So what you could try and put down, turn off some of your farms that produce the crops. The problem is then the processors still require resources, so they'll put in orders to import. So then it doesn't fix the problem. It most likely won't. I've never seen it fix the problem. Like I said, that's when you get trucks crossing, because the trucks from the silo are busy, so they can't come back. Maybe one's available. He delivers whatever, and then he goes back. But then the thing's still full. So then they'll start exporting, importing, exporting. I guess maybe if you turn off all your crops, that could help. But then you're starting this import chain, so it gets, like I said, it gets a little dicey. And you could try to put the more processors down, but once again, the crops, and they might fill some of them with their own trucks, but they're usually probably trying to fill up the silo, and then the silo trucks are out exporting, so then the new animal pastures that you put down will just import more stuff from the other city. At least on the console. I mean, on PC you can do like some mods and stuff to like try and fix that, I guess. So usually what I do, I just I turn off my crops, all of them. I destroy the silo that's full. It's like goodbye. I don't care that I destroyed the products. And then I put a new silo down, and I just turn like one crop on, and like find the balance. And I can, if it fills up the silo a little bit, and then some of it goes to like the animal pasture, good. Then it starts, you kind of see it like build up a little bit. I mean, you can put down a second silo, and then they might export to that. But then you create you can put down more silos, but then you end up having like 4 or 5 silos when you only need one, if you just do it right. See, now we're getting some trucks back. That's good. Is he gonna go to Timbuktu? I feel like he's going. Oh, he's going to deliver there. He's delivering there. Oh, things might have made a turn here. You're not going to Timbuktu. No, he's going to Timbuktu. We're at 1200. So the number's going down, which means it should work itself out over time. How about explaining some of the pitfalls? Well, like I said, we'll go over that with the industries because I might get into it when we're doing it. I mean, since I've been doing it a while with that DLC, I kind of know how many to put down, you know, right away when we're first, like, you know, the farm level 1 and how many ores and mines and stuff. You just put down like 1 or 2, you know, and how many storage units. But if you do it right, you only need like 1 or 2 storage units the whole entire time at level 5, cranking out and fulfilling all, how many freaking factories there are. I don't know, like 10 of them or something. Because you just get the balance right. But it's just like if it gets all kilter, it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to bring back. He's at 1360. That's not good. So we could probably make this less efficient, but I'm just going to let it run. See what happens. Okay. I think our city here is good. Like I said, I think it looks pretty good. Oh, I did have a building in here. What did I do with it? Just sit here. I didn't level up. I kept blowing this one up. I think I need to blow this one up too. Maybe that'll be later. I'm still not 100% happy with this area. I mean, it looks okay. These buildings are cool, but they get so big. I mean, we'll probably use them over here. But, all right, so let's buy some tiles. I think the way we're gonna do it: open up this tile, and maybe open up the one tile with the rail. Let's next to this tile. So that'll be our 3 tiles we'll buy. We'll build the interchange off of here. Okay, and then maybe we'll expand the land a little bit, so it's not so narrow. Maybe we'll do some leveling. I mean, we have the budget and like I said, unlimited soil, so we can kind of do what we want to do with the land. We'll delete the trees, delete any sticks and stones and all that stuff. Kind of start fresh, with, you know, reducing the asset count and all that. And we'll talk about how we're going to frame out our road system. And then we'll start maybe in the middle and work our way out. That way, when we start, so I don't know, we'll have to leave space for train hub and kind of think of our mass transit, because this is going to force us to use mass transit. It's also going to force us to use the cargo system, build a cargo system. So, I mean, not that like I don't want to build one. I mean, I do, but now we're going to get into an area where we're using high density, and it's going to like require it, or else you will have insane traffic trying to get through this one highway, one junction up there. Oh, alright, here's me. Yawning makes for great TV. Alright, so let's buy that. And then we can move our sewer down to the end. Did we buy that tile? I guess we didn't. Oh, we'll buy it, we'll make a new safe. That's in case I did something that I didn't want to do, and then, you know, I'll have a backup copy. So we'll do this. And then we'll do this. That way I can go back to the other one, which I think I saved not that long ago. Usually I save before and then after, but I forgot. So what we got over here? Oh, okay. It doesn't matter. We're going to keep the high. Oh, this is good. So this is kind of interesting, like a little turnaround spot. We're going to flatten that out. Flatten most of it out. We'll keep some of it. There's our farming. Okay. Our oil. Where's our oil? Oh, there it is, right there. You don't need a lot of oil. I have unlimited ore and oil, so we don't need a like huge oil space, because like the oil rigs we're going to use is small ones. We'll do the math. I'll show you why I use the assets I use. But basically, the best bang for your buck is to use basically all the starter ones, except for one DLC. It's like flip-flopped for whatever reason. But like the small tree stands are more efficient. The small oil pumps are more efficient. The small mine is more efficient than the large ones. The small crops are more efficient. And maybe I'm wrong, so I'll do the math. I'll tell you how to. I'll show you, and then when you watch my video, when 3 people watch my video 10 years from now, they can send me an email and say, "Nah, man, you did the math wrong. You're supposed to multiply, not divide, or whatever." I'm like, "Oh shoot, that's why it costs." That's why I was making so much money. Okay. So, and we're going to build a super roundabout, but let's just look at the land. Let's bring out our favorite. This is kind of like interesting why they did that. They just like put like a bunch of like pretty bush tree things in here. And they're going to get away right now. So thank you if you were the person that made this map. Why was that like that? There we go, I can see it. And thank you for your service, but we're no longer needing these trees. Because we need asset count, because I don't want my game to not run after I get to 50,000 people. What level do you guys notice it? Like the number of people? I feel like I used to play on 3-speed a lot, and then I could see that like around 30,000, I want to say employees, but you know, citizens. Maybe we'll do something with this. I could tell. Did the pollution get all the way on this side? Oh wow, so why is the current going this way? Sorry, I get distracted, but why is the current going this way? So we might have to purify our water. But yet it's like clean here. I guess because this water is pushing this way. Is it coming back? I don't know. I don't know. I would say like 30,000 is probably when like 3-speed becomes like almost 2-speed. That seems about right. And then like at like 100,000 or so, 2-speed, 3-speed becomes like 1-speed. Maybe like 150, something like that. I was talking to a guy. I was talking to him about going back and forth in a message. He posted a screenshot of his city. He did a 9-tile complete square, maybe like, I forget, it was like 500 or 600,000 people on PlayStation. I asked him like how did you even like move the screen and stuff? Like the game must have been like so slow. He's like, yeah, I would zone like a block and wait like a month in game to do it again, so I didn't have death waves and all this stuff. I was like, man, that's crazy. I was like, good for you. I would never do that. The patience. Let's look at the drain. Alright. So let's see here. What kind of resources? We got some farming. We're not doing any farming or anything here. Maybe we'll like pick a level and like kind of like make this. Maybe like make this like a. We'll flatten it, but make it like. Maybe we'll flatten it a little bit. So maybe we'll make this like flat. Try to keep. This is why I wish. Oh, we'll have it with the train tool anyway. I was about to say I wish we could see these, but we can with the train tool. I forgot. So you know, maybe we'll flatten this out a little bit. Maybe join this here. We'll push the water out a little bit here. Maybe not so much as a C shape, more like a more of a line here, so we can get some more land. Oh no. Let's see, can we? It said we had harbor, but like, how do we get it? Are we gonna have to buy another tile to get the harbor? Because like the shipping lane's way over there. It's not gonna make it from here. Oh, did they lie to me? They lied to me. They said this had shipping. Oh, it doesn't have shipping, that's air. Well, I guess we're buying this tile. As another tile. Okay, and then we're gonna just move the land to that island and absorb that, and it'll be the new coast. Oh man, that's a bummer. Well, I guess I kind of know what we're doing. We're gonna do this tile here. That'll be so. We do that. I mean, that's fine. We don't need the harbor. We wouldn't need it anyway right now. I just like to get to the, you know, I like to get the harbor for, you know, tourism, and it's nice to have the cargo harbor, but we don't need it. But I thought I was suspicious that we weren't going to get it, and then when I saw that boat go around that island like that, I was like, there's no way we're going to meet that because there's land in the way. Maybe if that land wasn't in the way you could get there, but we can't do anything with that now because we're not even there. So we'll just push this land out because there's no reason to have this water here. There's no like harbor to connect anything to. So let's create a tsunami. Let's create a tsunami for who's ever on the other side of this. And we have some elevation here. I feel like I want to pick, maybe like this level here. We'll push that out. We'll push that out first. Yeah, sounds good. Up, up, up we go. All the poo water. Well, I saved it, so if we don't like what we see, we can change it back. And I'm just going all in on this because I don't care about the tsunami on the right side of the screen because I don't have anything built on that side of the screen, so I can destroy that island over there. I don't really care if there's someone else's city on the other side of this waterway. And good luck with you. I don't care. It's not my city. It's your city. I'll care when we do it over here because it's our city there. Oh, park asset on fire. Not gonna fix that though. Then we don't want to bring the water like in. I don't know. The poo water might come in this way. Yeah, I know. You can just stay off for now. So I don't feel like messing with you. There's our tsunami. What do you think? Pretty nice. Pretty good size. We can do a little more. We'd have a second tsunami come right behind the first. And we'll make sure this is kind of flat. Good thing that didn't hit our city. That would have been like that. That's like the disasters DLC right there. We don't need a DLC to make a disaster. We can just use the tool here. Alright, that's not bad. So it's pretty funny looking. I think I'm going to turn down the music a little bit. While I was playing back one of the things that was a little loud. I guess the volume, I have it in my headset, also determines the volume you hear it. Maybe on playback. So I'll try to keep it a little lower. Alright, we want to watch that hit that island and this overtake it. Bye-bye. It's like so slow though. It'd be cool if there was like a ship out there. We could hit a ship with this wave. Maybe we hit that ship. They'll like, when they see it then they go up it. Like they'll ride up it. What was that movie, The Adventure of Poseidon or something like that? Gene Hackman. I think they made it made it again. With somebody else, but the Poseidon Adventure. When the ship gets hit with a rogue wave, it's upside down. Like the cruise ship. There's oil here. I struck oil! I struck oil! It's not gonna hit him. It's too slow. Speed up, wave. You're missing your opportunity of a lifetime. You're crashing into that boat. I want to sink a boat. I never sank a boat in this game. He's moving way too fast for that. Maybe we'll move it out a little bit more. I forgot to even look at the money. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay, you can turn on unlimited money on if you want it. We run out of dirt. Oh, we're saving the game. Maybe we'll bring it up to that little notch there. There we go. We have plenty of surface to build. You told me it was like 90-something% or 60%. And we'll just like round that off a little bit. So it's not like a big jagged square. And we'll just do like something like this. And pull it back a little bit. Just a little flat. There you go. That looks pretty good. It's still out there. But we didn't miss. I would love to have seen it hit a boat. I would love to have seen it. I feel like I missed an opportunity of a lifetime. Like we missed that boat. Is he gonna hit it? I think he's gonna be on the other side of it, ain't he? Alright. It'd even be better if he rode up it. Like he rode the top. Oh, it's possible. We're gonna get you here. You kind of like went over a little hump there, but he's on the other side. I was hoping he would like ride it like he was doing like a half pipe or something, grinding it on my half pipe. Is that a thing? Skateboarders or snowboarders? He's turning around. Maybe he was avoiding the wave. What? Hold on a second. What are you doing? Ah, there's 2 lanes out there. It's in the shipping lane now. Oh well. So, I'm not really sure how I want to film this, because it's going to take a while. A lot of build. I don't know if, like, I've seen other people do it with, like, they build it and they do, like, a fast forward, or, like, a, you know, multi-speed. And then I see people make comments like, oh, you should just do it normal, and then we can see it and you can talk and all this stuff. Tell us what you're doing. So, I might just do it normal speed, and then if you are, you know, following us along and you don't want to, like, because it's going to take, you know, this probably take a couple hours. Especially the industrial complex is probably going to take, I mean, if we do 2 tiles, it'll probably take like 4 hours to build up, you know, all the industry DLC, like, infrastructure, and the, I'll go over here. Oh, we missed it. He did go over it. Nah. It was a little, like, what is that, anticlimactic, I guess. But I was saying, it's going to take, you know, that's like a whole Saturday, or half a weekend, not half a weekend, half a day, to probably build those 2 tiles out, and then you can set up our industry. So it'd probably be like 4 or 5 videos, and I could probably just label them, and then if you want to watch them, you know, you can watch them at normal speed. If you don't, maybe I'll have like a little intro, I'll build some stuff, and then maybe do like a summary at the end. So if you just want to jump to the end of the video and kind of see how it looks, and then maybe I'll just kind of go over, you know, when the alarm goes off to tell me that it's about closing time here. I'll you know, I'll set it for 10 or 15 minutes before the full hour, and just kind of go, yeah, you know, this is what I built, this is why I built it that way. That's what I'm trying to accomplish. So if you're like, I just want to see what what he does and why he does it, and you skip to the end. Well, thanks for watching. Hopefully our fishing industry kind of like settles down. Let's take a quick little look before we turn the camera off. We're at 11:20, so that's less, right? We were at 12 with 1040. I think was the 12 was 100 was the lowest we see, or 980. So maybe we will be able to fix this. I mean, I should say we have fixed it by installing this, and perhaps it will fix itself. Maybe not, because he just put 1440 in there, so now it's like, what the heck? He just filled me back up. But then he left. Yeah, I stopped paying attention to the university a while ago. I mean, it's doing its thing. I think it's making like $5 grand a week, and it's just doing its thing. All right, a good shot of the city, expansion. All right, well, thank you very much. I'll talk to you on the next time. Take care.